In this video, we're going to add a simple dependency to our project and see what happens when we perform a build. So I have the project open here. So let's just look at the pom.xml file in Sublime Text and then we'll add the dependency there. Here we are in the project and we have the pom.xml file opened up. Now I'm going to grab a very simple dependency, and when I say a simple dependency, I mean this dependency doesn't rely on other dependencies. So it's just a simple dependency which should resolve to just a single jar file being downloaded and installed in my local Maven repo cache and subsequently used in the build. So I'm going to quickly go to the front end for the Maven central repository and just copy across the dependency snippet that I already have open there for that particular dependency. So in this project we're going to add commons-lang, which is from the Apache Commons project. So I'm going to go down here, I'm going to copy this dependency information, go back to Sublime, copy that in. We'll just tidy that up. I'll quickly save that, and then we'll go back out to terminal and do a build, whilst also looking at that particular area in the Maven local repo cache where the jar file should be downloaded to, and we'll just keep an eye on that folder as we do the build and see that it's downloaded. Okay, so here we are with a terminal session at the root of the project on the bottom part of the screen, and on the top part of the screen we are looking at the repository folder, which is the local Maven repo cache. This is in ~m2 repository. So if we just double check in here manually, we will see that we don't have a commons-lang folder which corresponds to the group ID of the dependency that we're downloading, so clear that out. And we can also see that we don't have it here either, so it would be around this section here. So when we actually go ahead and do a build, for example, supposing we compile the code, then we should see that Maven notices it hasn't got that dependency, and it'll download the dependency and cache it in the local Maven repo cache. So let's just do that now and see that happen. And the first thing it's done, as we've seen, is it's gone off and downloaded commons-lang in this section here. And if we look at the log entry for this, we'll see that it should have downloaded it to the same area from the Maven central repository, which is this section here. So commons-lang 2.6, which is split into the group ID of the dependency, then the artifact ID of the dependency, which in this case they happen to be the same, and then the version which we specified. So this corresponds on our system to commons-lang group ID, commons-lang artifact ID 2.6, and then finally the jar file itself corresponding to the simple dependency which Maven has just downloaded. And at this point we can go into our IDE and start using commons-lang within the project. And this is how Maven resolves a simple dependency and installs it into the local Maven repo cache, ready for use in subsequent builds.